Hello and welcome to the Pandemic Palace with your host, Michael Lebovic. At least that's who I think I am. My wife says all the time, I'm not myself. I don't recognize you anymore. Of course she doesn't recognize me. Everybody's running around with schmatas on their face. You don't recognize anybody. I've been locked up for 2 months. Once upon a time, you'd have to go to a trial to get this kind of treatment. Now I get it for free, thanks to the Chinese government. Nothing's the same. You know what? Even the expression I'm a homebody doesn't mean the same thing to me anymore. I don't know about you. I'm afraid to look in the mirror these days. I don't even look in the little mirror to check my tefillin when I'm davening. I just use the shadow on the wall, which isn't hard to do because I daven at the 11 o'clock minyan. Even my doctor has become completely unreliable. Several weeks ago, I gave him a call and I asked him for some advice what to do with what's going on. He says, I'll give you advice. Every time you go in and out of the house, use alcohol. It's costing me a fortune. I've gone through 6 bottles in like 3 weeks. And last time I spoke to him, he kept yelling at me, telling me, don't drink so much. Make up your mind, for God's sake. It's so hard to maintain some kind of normalcy. You know, it's gotten so bad, I now actually accept those calls that are pre-recorded in Chinese. I'm thinking maybe I'll pick up a tip or two. You know what? The main thing is to maintain some sort of routine in your life. Personally, I like to recreate Friday night in shul. So every Erev Shabbos, I ask my wife to tell me exactly when candle lighting is, and she lets me know. I run up, I take a shower, I get myself ready for Shabbos, and I daven mincha about a half an hour late in the hallway so I don't embarrass myself. When I'm done with that, I move to the family room for Kabbalah's Shabbos. And then the Baal Tefillah is just unbelievable. He sings all the right nigunim at the right pace. It's just beautiful. Geschmack, as they used to say. And then when I come to the end of L'chododi, my wife helps me out, and she steps in for Nathan Kapawas and starts banging on the table. It's not the same thing. Nathan, can I klappen? Anyway, it's really terrific. And then when I'm finished with Marav, I go downstairs and I sit in the basement for 15 minutes. And when I come up, my wife yells at me and asks me where I've been and why it took me so long to get home. It just feels so normal, you know? The other tip I can give you is when your wife talks to you and tells you to do something, listen to her. I'm not a big mask guy. I don't like masks that drive me crazy. But she sent me to the restaurant to pick up some food. She kept telling me, make sure you wear a mask. I said, okay, I've got it. It's here in my pocket. You know what I've learned? You cannot wear glasses and a mask at the same time. I don't know why, but your glasses get all fogged up. You can't see a damn thing. I was waiting and waiting and waiting. It turns out I was in front of a travel agency for an hour and a half. You know, but for the ladies, it seems to be okay. I think this may be the latest thing. Can you imagine? You just roll out of bed. You don't have to put on any makeup. You don't have to spend all of that time, eyeliner, lipstick, the whole thing. Just slap on the mask and you're out the door. Yeah, I know. I don't look so hot either. I need a haircut. I look like I've been dragged into some back alley and worked over. You know, they kept telling me, somebody told me today, you know, it's just like, Boyman, why don't you have your wife give you a haircut? I said, listen, my wife is very talented. I respect her. She's terrific. But if you think after being locked up for 2 months with me that I'm going to let her take a sharp object in her hand and get close to me, you are out of your mind. All right, it's time for me to go. I've got a Zoom session with my cleaning lady. She doesn't come in anymore, but she instructs me. Evidently, she knows where all the dirt is. Let me just say, hang in there. It's going to get a lot better. And have a good Shabbos. Bye.